Yo, haha, Miltnificent. What is good, YouTube? Your boy Miltnificent coming back with another quick video, man. Today we got the Kobe 5 Protro X-Rays on the Miltnificent channel. Your boy is so excited because there's some things about this shoe that I felt that, I didn't feel like I was going to actually win it, but to hit it, separate, different thing. Now, let me look at this shoe real quick because you can see that we got the Kobe sheath logo on the actual box. It's your typical Kobe, standard Kobe Protro box, at least what they're using in the later models. Of course, you got his signature right on the box itself, and I think this is size 13. And the Kobe 5 Protros is a little bit upgraded in terms of tech specs, but we'll get into that momentarily. But without further ado, man, let me just get straight into the actual shoe because I am so excited to have this. Man, oh man. Certain things I do want to talk about this. Now, the Halloween series, every Halloween, there's usually a shoe that comes out that catches my attention. I love the glow effect in shoes every year, right? So I think not too long ago, I want to say it was about 4 years ago, that I had a Halloween shoe in the Air Force Ones, and it glue, but it was just, I've never seen anything like this where a shoe that gets highlighted or at least glows in the dark, it holds the hue, at least the light, for a very long time. For those that may or may not know, if you haven't heard by now, the Kobe 5 Protro, at least the X-Rays, they were inspired by Vanessa Bryant, who basically just thought about the Halloween experience, haunted houses and stuff like that. And when you're looking at the actual X-ray of Kobe's foot, you can see right here that, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did tear his Achilles in 2013, but there's actually an X-ray of his foot. So when you look at the kind of, I think some people thought it was a hand, but this is actual foot. When you look at the foot, you can see that when you line it up, it's kind of the same thing. But the idea behind the whole thing is that when you look at the actual theme of the shoe, and you were able to get the shirt from the Broken Not Beaten tour that Kobe wore, that t-shirt with the X-ray with the 5 rings, you would have that X-ray of his hand if you had the shirt, or if you're able to get the shirt, and then if you're able to get the shoe, an X-ray of his foot. So it's kind of hand in hand, if that makes sense. You can see, like, on this design that they definitely did the whole, they kept everything to basically how I had it with or at least what I remember from the Kobe 5 Protro, at least the Bruce Lee's. It does feature that Kobe code on here, if I'm not mistaken. This is probably one of the harder ones to decipher, but I'm hearing rumors that this could be Veni Vidi Vici, right? I came, I saw, I conquered. And I think that's what's written on, you'll see a video right here, because you can barely see it on the actual Kobe 5 X-Ray, just because it has that translucent outsole that you see right here. And if I'm not mistaken, the outsole is supposed to be a heartbeat design, if I'm not mistaken, is what I heard. But it's kind of like a glacier, like a blue design that actually does glow. I mean, when I say this thing glows, it glows so good, whether you're in the sunlight or if you use a black light. When you look at the aftermath of the glow, you see that it actually reflects its shine. I think this is one of the brighter shoes that I have in my entire sneaker lineup. And I can't recall another Kobe series that actually had a glow-in-the-dark design like this does. I felt like this was executed to perfection. And of course, you do have breathability within this shoe is actually on the tongue and on the medial side, where it has like these small punctured holes. But if you shed a light to it, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But then this whole TPU upper, I felt like when they did the TPU on this design for the Kobe 5 Protros, it's slightly different from the Kobe 5 Bruce Lee's. Whereas this had like more of a glossy effect, and it looks like they went for a matte finish on this design, and it looks amazing. And of course, they did replace the Phylon that they normally used on Kobe 5s, and when they did the Protro and revamped everything outside of the Zoom Air unit that they expanded towards the forefoot, they used Cushline on the actual midsole, and this thing is soft. And I can attest to that, just because the Kobe 5 Protros, when you put your foot in it and you kind of feel that thing sink in, you can definitely feel the aftermath of that engineering. Of course, you do have Kobe logo on the back, at least in terms of the signature, not the logo, but the signature of his actual name. And you see the 5 rivets indicating that it's like this is the 5th generation, or the 5th version of the Kobe shoe. And you can see that this does have like a midfoot shank plate on the actual bottom of the actual shoe that's exposed. Of course, you do say the Kobe logo sheath on the bottom. And the insole, which I'll kind of show a picture of, it actually has that same Kobe logo printed on the inside. But the decal of the actual foot, the Nike swoosh on the upper, as well as the Kobe logo on the tongue, man, everything actually glows and illuminates. And I felt like, again, from an execution standpoint, especially because Halloween's coming up, this is going to be worn on Halloween. I'm very excited to have this. I felt like this is probably one of the best Kobe designs in a while. I mean, we've seen the ones that Kobe has worn, but for a Kobe shoe that he didn't wear by design, I felt like this is probably one of the better executions. And a lot of thought was definitely put in the process. And of course, this is the first Kobe shoe to use first generation flywire. And you can kind of see it, the flywire design within the actual shoe itself. And if I'm not mistaken, like how they did everything, there's some fusion going on with the upper that includes the TPU. But that's why it has like, it feels so, it feels fake, but it definitely feels like so smooth and so thin that, you know, that whole swiftness of Kobe Bryant on the court is just amazing. Of course, the tongue itself, if I'm not mistaken, is kind of stitched in along the shoe on both sides, but you'll see a video of what I'm talking about. But outside of that, man, listen, the Kobe 5 X-Rays, to me, it's going to be a countless. It's definitely just going to stand out to me, especially if you put your Kobe shoes in these shoebox containers that I do. I got anybody asking, I get these from the Container Store. And, you know, you have your light on like you do right now, but when you turn it off and you're getting ready to leave your room, you're going to see certain shoes illuminate. This one is going to illuminate the most. I'll tell you right now, this is the most underrated shoe release of the year. And oh man, when I do my top 10 together, actually not top 10, I might have to do a top 20 this year. I feel like this is going to be, it's going to be high. I'll put it that way. This blue, or this glacier blue design, the blended blue hues, it just makes the shoe pop. And I love that Nike continues, and Vanessa Bryant continues to do Kobe designs based off his past experience and incorporating the actual shoe depending on the model. So I hope they continue. This is kind of what we wanted from the Nike series, as I hope that they continue when they do these Kobe releases. More innovation, more ideas, more concepts. But Vanessa Bryant, Nike, listen, thank you for this shoe, because I definitely will be wearing this come Halloween. But your boy Miltnificent, man, Kobe 5 Protro X-Ray execution. This is going to be one of my favorite shoes of 2024. I can ultimately guarantee it. But let's do that on feet. You guys, stay blessed.